What is her official title, Michelle?
She's our SME, which stands for Subject Matter Expert in all things Bachelor and, fun fact, reality TV. Right, Sophie?
My parents are very proud, yes.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
Well, this was a big one. This was Ladies Tell All, 2 hour. The final, we did a final rose also on here. Lots of speculation, lots of heated conversation, ladies. So, like, where do we start? Like, they named them off and they brought them in.
Yes, they
the fireworks started.
Yeah, they had. Well, I don't know. Is Ladies Tell All always all of them on? Or
I think that's part of the contract, isn't it, Sophie? That you got to come back for that.
Well, they weren't all there. I mean,
it didn't look like 32 people. Is why I was asking.
No, I mean, there's some randos that. Well, first of all, there's always some randos that decide to come to Women Tell All, even though they got eliminated like the first night. So there's some of those, but then there's some that are just probably like, I don't need to be there. I don't really know what the contract is. Maybe I should dig into that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
As a subject matter expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's just started going around and asking kind of questions, and probably the ones that is going to be most memorable is when they got to Maria and the
drama
old lady that, I mean, she was the one that kind of started it. The one, was talking about she was old and felt, and then they just kind of like blew it up a little bit. Sophie, do you want to chime in?
Yes. So first of all, lots of love for Maria, right? I think
absolutely
the crowd,
they loved her. The crowd was like holding signs up, and yeah, they were into her.
Yeah, and I think if I had to put money on it, I think she's going to be the next Bachelorette because they gave her a lot of screen time, and clearly people are rooting for her. And she was like the first lady out there. I mean, not only was she like, I'm going to stand up for myself and I'm going to take no BS, but also she was like, Miss America at the end of it by kind of apologizing and you're accepting the apology of Sydney and Leia and just kind of being the bigger person. So I thought
the one that did not, did you notice, was Jess. Her and Jess did not make up.
Yeah.
That was one of them, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, she was kind of quiet. Well, not quiet, but they didn't really, pull her into.
Yeah, she didn't talk much.
She didn't. It was all Sydney and Leia and Maria.
Yeah.
And the Medina, right? Medina was the one who came out and talked a little bit about that drama.
Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of how it started.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job of really like putting it all out on the table. I mean, she explained her perspective. Just kind of playing back like what happened and where things like fell off went off the rails. But yeah, I thought it was a nice resolution. I liked seeing Maria up there. I don't know. What did you guys think about kind of the?
Oh, I thought she was great. I thought she was exactly who she was in that episode that she was throughout the whole season. Again, she had the fan love for sure. And I thought I read online somewhere that she might be an actress as well. Did anyone hear that or see that? So yeah, once that came to life, I was like, or came to light, I should say, I'm like, okay, I'm connecting the dots here. She's an actress. So so
was Kelsey
T.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, she was an actress too, but she led with that. Maria led with executive assistant. I think she's done some acting. I don't know if she's an actress.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. So
let's get back to the rose ceremony where somebody went home.
Yes.
So Rachel. And then once we figured out Rachel went home and they put her in the hot seat, and she got to come out and talk with Joey. What did you guys think about that?
Oh, I thought she was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I really respected her. honesty, her vulnerability, her, you know, the way she shared with him about, you know, how she was feeling. I thought he was great with her. And then, of course, you know, she shed light on getting the bullying and the messaging, which I'm sure every season, most people probably do get, you know, messages like that, hurtful messages, but she talked about it. And
which was
Jesse,
good. I'm glad she
Jesse,
did.
he
Yeah.
did. He used that as a platform to tell people, listen, you know, get a hold of yourselves, people. This is a this is a TV show. I mean, this is not like, you know, we're curing cancer here, people. We are just, this is a fun TV show. It's meant to be lighthearted.
Well, and it goes back also, don't you think, Sophie, to the editing? A lot of times they edit it that certain way too.
Well, I mean, I think with her, it was that they were racist comments.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think every contestant, although I think they asked everyone to raise their hand, right? Who had gotten some form of bullying. I think everyone except for
Shane and I get bullying on YouTube.
Well, we do. And not only that, even the Golden Ladies said,
for sure.
And they've been getting it terribly since they've been on. Oh, get rid of the Golden Ladies. I'm like, you know what? They have put so much light in that older realm of dating and theirs. You know what? If they got their 29 bazillion hours of fame, give it to them. Who cares?
Right. But there's no room for racism and racist comments. And that's just hateful.
Yes.
That's just people being hateful. So I'm glad they talked about it.
Yes.
I thought what a sweet, gentle personality. I don't know. I really liked her. I knew, I can't say 100%. I was pretty certain she wasn't getting a rose.
Well, I think that everything that we saw really solidified the way they were interacting. And then I think what they were saying to each other, I think it was more friend energy than soulmate energy.
Right. I agree.
You know, and I couldn't exactly put my finger on it when we spoke last time, but I was like, you know, it just doesn't feel like the charisma and the chemistry is there. And I think that's what we were seeing. And they just have more of a playful kind of way of interacting.
Fun.
Just more of a friend.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed watching her. I loved how she was like, you know, the minute that he sat down, like, oh, did you enjoy watching that? Like, I thought she was so funny and like, just, you know, she gave it to him. So
she did. I felt like she had a little bit of closure. As hurtful, I'm sure, as she was heartbroken, she had some closure. She, to me, doesn't make Bachelorette material, though. She doesn't have that, I don't know, 360 qualities. I think that, you know, listen to me. I've never watched one episode of The Bachelorette. This was my first time watching The Bachelor. So
you're slowly getting sucked in, though, Michelle.
You are.
I know. I'm acting like I know the qualities of The Bachelorette. If based on this full season of this, I just don't think, I think there's other people that would probably be more what ABC's looking for. Do you ladies agree? I don't know.
Well, Sophie is the expert. Sophie is the expert here, but I always just look for the person who draws a crowd. Let's just say
that's a good, I would say a good criteria. I just think that with the way that Maria has, you know, blossomed in front of the fans, I think she's a really strong contender. I think everyone really likes Rachel. There's just something more interesting, and I think I've used the word edgy about Maria. People are just, they're really drawn to her. So that would be my vote as of now, but we don't know who's going to get eliminated. And it could be one of those final two, you know.
What do you guys think about them as the final two?
I just want to say, Kelsey. I just want to say a final thing for Rachel. Rachel, if you're listening, come on with us. We'd love to interview you, get you on here with us three girls, and you tell us all about, tell us some behind the scenes. We love you, Rachel. So
yes, we do. You were an excellent addition to this Bachelor season, and we're here for you for whatever's next. So,
all right. So get down to the bottom two.
Yeah.
Daisy and Kelsey. So,
Daisy and Kelsey.
Well, can we talk about that, contrived note that the producers made Kelsey?
Okay. Yes.
We just.
Can you say
Yes.
ridiculous, people? Come
Oh
on.
my God.
It was
Gosh.
nothing, and it freaked him out. And I think, as you said, Sophie, it's going to put him in a spiral, which it did.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was like, she just wanted to see him. Like, she just missed him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
So what do
agreed.
you think, guys? Who's the last woman standing based on what we know so far?
Sophie, you go.
Well, he said something, I think it was in a preview for the next episode, like Daisy understands me in a way that no one else has ever. He said something I was like, oh, that's a big statement, because he has said things like that about Kelsey. Things that just felt really like strong, that conveyed his strong emotion. I still think it's going to be Kelsey.
So there is speculation
Mhm.
that how they keep saying that he doesn't want to end up, do you think either one of them self-eliminates themselves?
Yes,
I
I
and
do. I do. I think somebody self-eliminates. I think, they're building up the drama. And I know, Sophie, a few episodes ago, you did reveal they always do that, right? So I'm following all of the previews for like the final, which they started the whole season with, if you guys recall, with that. But I don't know if anybody self-eliminated before the final before, have they, when it's gone down the last two? I mean, I wouldn't have a clue.
Final two, no. I do remember Desiree. This was years ago. She had, I think, 3 men left, and one of them self-eliminated, and she pretty much said, "You were my guy." But then miraculously, she just, fell more in love with one of the other 2 guys she had, and they're still happily married. But so that was 3 guys left. And I have seen, of course, bachelors and bachelorettes decide on their person and go ahead of time to the other person and say, it's not you. But I don't know that there's been an elimination, a self-elimination with 2 people left.
Well, remember Gary, Leslie didn't make the walk in the Golden Bachelor. She didn't get out of the car and go through that. But in the Bachelor, do they both walk? And when it gets to the final 2, do they both walk to him?
You see both of them in the previews. You see both of them walking down. And
okay.
Yeah.
I think, okay, this is my prediction. I think he's not 100% sure of his decision. I think he's like, I'm in love with both of these women. I think whoever he says goodbye to, he's going to be distraught. But I think that maybe it's something that they say to him that really gets him even more distraught.
Okay.
Like maybe they're angry, maybe they're I don't know what it was. Maybe pregnant. I don't know. That would be
I think there was action in the fantasy suite from what I can tell. I know he said no, but
Michelle's reading the body
language. Yeah. Rachel even said, she goes, Rachel kind of alluded to it. So I don't know, who knows what happened. You guys, I've been team, I love them both. Shane and I early on, we'll put a plug to our first couple episodes. We thought Daisy jumped out right away.
Didn't she get the first impression rose?
She did. She got the first date.
First date. Yeah.
She did. She got the first one-on-one date. And then Leah got the first impression.
Yes, Leah.
Yeah, that's right.
Leah. Yeah, Leah did. And we didn't even talk about Jen getting in the hot seat, but no, I think it's Kelsey. I think she's the last woman standing. I think Daisy.
Daisy's my Hallmark girl. Like they even said that this week, by the way.
Right.
Daisy is the Hallmark movie with Joey. So
she seems a little bit more self-confident to me than Kelsey. I'm just watching her interactions. I don't know. Not self-confident with him, just in herself. Not that Kelsey is like a basket case. She is not. But I don't know. I just feel.
Well, and Kelsey too, by the way, she had to talk about the situations on the line. Leslie was getting, some hate social media this week because of
Yes,
what
she
she told to
was.
Kelsey. And you know what? She was just prepping her. Like and it's nothing that Kelsey didn't already know too.
Right.
Like, that's in the back of your mind. Yeah, I mean, you go on the show for Pete's sakes, as Sophie would say. How you sign up for this?
I think they're prepping. I think Leslie's the Golden Bachelorette.
You think?
Yes. Yes. I do. I think that's why she's getting more airtime. She wasn't in that group of golden ladies, and all of a sudden she is now. So I think she might be it. And they should be announcing that pretty soon.
I know.
I think.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that she's.
I think they'll do it at the final at this one on tomorrow night.
Oh yeah,
so.
You're right. They probably will. They're gonna. Hey, ABC, anything they can use for a promotion, they're going to use. So I think, and you guys say it's this. We're not skipping a week, right?
No, this is we're going into it. I'm pretty sure
we're going.
It might be 3. We got to check. It might be 3 hours.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I know, Michelle. Hold
Michelle,
on.
we'll take a half day.
I can't. I can. We'll take a half day. Sophie, I am authorizing you and I to take a half day.
Eric has confirmed it's 3 hours.
Thanks, Eric.
No. Shane, you don't even stay up that late. How are you going to watch it?
You're exactly right. Like Joe's been sitting there watching them with me. So
here's the thing: if we don't watch live, I can't turn social media on.
Exactly.
No, you better watch live.
So what I have been doing, and Shane knows this. I think I told you this, Sophie. I get up really early the next morning, and through my Hulu app, I put it on, and then I can. Unfortunately, I don't have the Hulu. I have the Hulu that has the commercials. But to try to do it, I'm going to put it out in the universe right now.
Well, I think I have a feeling that it is Kelsey, but I am still hoping for my Hallmark movie ending. But no matter what, it has been a good season. The girls have all been great. They've all been lovely. I think it's been a good season to watch. Sophie, what do you think? Do you like?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like obsessed with Joey. Like,
I know.
I like poor Eric. I'm just like, look how cute he is. Look how sweet he is. But he's just like, he's such a gem. He's like, they're not like that anymore on the show. They're all so like cookie cutter and just have no personality. And he's got so much personality and charisma and just like emotional intelligence. Like, they did an amazing job casting him. No one has anything bad to say about him. I just love him.
And I don't know. So Michelle, I have been looking a little bit of the social stuff. I have heard that he moved from Hawaii back with his sisters. Oh, that's what I saw. He did an interview on one of the shows. Kelly Clarkson. And oh my gosh, it was so stinking cute. When he was in kindergarten, was rated, he was going to be a lady killer in kindergarten at age 6 years old. And they had the 2 sisters were there and they had their certificate and he was clueless. He's like, you have what? Like he had no idea that they even had it. So that was really cute. But he moved in with one of the sisters, and she is married. And she's like, oh my gosh, my husband is so angry at me because he's like the clean sibling. He's like, how come you aren't as clean as what he is? And so he's like, he's a great roommate, but he's bad for me because, my husband's on me. And
don't they go visit his family now in the final episode?
Well, they're there. So wherever they are, they bring them in.
Okay.
Yeah. And so there's some conversations that previewed with the mom. And so there was some speculation on which one was she talking to when she was saying some things.
Yep.
Well, I would love all of our Bachelor Nation subscribers to take 10 with Shane and Michelle. Comment below who you think is going to be the final girl standing. And a plug for you as well. Everyone should be seeing our 500 subscriber giveaway video. I'm going to plug that right now. Shane and I recorded that. And so we're actually over the 500 by a good amount, but we wanted to do a giveaway. So anyone that found us through Bachelor, please jump over to that one as well and comment. We're going to pick a random winner of a cute little surprise gift. And Shane and I'll come on. We'll do a video on that about who won and what we're giving away. So, ladies, I think we have wrapped up episode 10 of The Bachelor. Ladies Tell All.
Nice little red bow. We're ready for tomorrow. Let's get the popcorn out, girls.
Ready.
Popcorn and wine.
I know. We're going to all try to commit to watch it live. No promises, but we're going to give it a good try. So, Sophie, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You have
we love you, Sophie.
So much to the conversation, and we look forward to whatever's next after this one. Probably the Golden Bachelorette. We'll have to see what, when that thing's going to kick off. We need a little break after this one.
Well, Sophie is our expert here. Sophie, when is Love is Blind? Because I keep hearing that's the other one that we need to be watching and check it out.
Oh my God, don't even get me started. It's like,
is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's been 6 seasons of it.
Okay. No.
Well, we got to just do a new one. Like when a new one comes out, because we're fresh meat on it, Sophie. So you could guide us through.
Okay. Well, they just wrapped.
Okay.
Thank God. Okay. So Shane, we need a break.
It's so good. Like you guys have to watch it.
I know. Everybody I know watches it. All my clients on my travels all around. The clients are like, "Oh, you got to watch Love Is Blind." I'm like, I said, let me pause on that a minute and see.
We'll digest this one a bit, and then we'll
digest this one.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap. Make all your moments magical here
in Florida and beyond, and especially in Bachelor Nation. So tune in tomorrow night, everybody. It's going to be a wild race to the finish.
The final rose.
Woo! Take care. Bye.